When you put together the words boring, simple, elegant, yet productive, you literally get Lenovo's IdeaPad 5 series. And today, we've got the latest generation of the IdeaPad 5i, the 2022 variant. This bad boy right here is rocking Intel's 1255U i7 chip, 16GB of DDR4 memory. We also have a 512GB SSD on board. Of course, Nvidia's MX550 dedicated graphics with 2GB of dedicated VRAM. We also, of course, have a Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1 standards, and yes, this is a 15-inch Full HD touch captive display. There is a lot to talk about with this laptop. It's fully loaded, and I cannot wait to get into this review, so let's get started. For better or worse, Lenovo's simplicity extends well to its packaging. So you do get a simple cardboard box with some Lenovo branding on it, and inside this cardboard box, of course, you will find a bunch of contents. First and foremost, you will find the laptop and a ton of protective packaging. Remove all of that stuff, and here it is, the Lenovo IdeaPad 5i. But more on that in a minute. Past that, you also get a 65-watt charging adapter. Since this is the i7 variant, this makes sense. And the best part, it's USB-C charging out of the box. Love it. You also, of course, have the standard wall outlet charging cable. And past that, you have a quick start guide, warranty, and regulation information pamphlet right here. In terms of design, here we have the 5i in that majestic abyss blue color. The camera doesn't do it justice. It looks so nice, honestly. Now, with that said, this laptop has a very premium feel, but also a very premium build. Aside from the sharp linear edges, you have a nearly metallic exterior chassis, which just again makes it look so much better. On top of that, this laptop does have a rather hefty weight of 4.1 pounds, making one of the heavier laptops in the 15-inch category, but again, that weight is totally justified thanks to the choice in build quality. Now, starting with the top side, you'll notice in typical Lenovo fashion, you have a flat surface finish, no particular textures, it's plain and simple just the way I like it, and you have some subtle Lenovo badging on the top right corner here. The rear side of this laptop is pretty straightforward, so you basically have a flat surface finish, but you will notice you have a large single piece hinge mechanism here. Now, the sides of this laptop are a little depressing in my opinion, and that's entirely because of the I/O port diversity Lenovo has provided here, or more so the standards, should I say. So on one side, you have a USB-C port with power delivery functionality. You have one more USB-C port, and it's pretty boring because there's no Thunderbolt on here whatsoever. Past that, you do have a rather dated HDMI 1.4B port and a good old headphone jack. On the other side, you do have two USB-A ports, one of which supports power delivery functionality as well, and thankfully you do have a full-sized SD card reader. But honestly, for a laptop in the upper mid-range category, these ports just feel dated, and it looks like Lenovo kind of cheaped out here. The bottom side of this laptop is pretty standard business, so you do have a nice metallic finish at the bottom, which is always nice to see. You also have a relatively long air intake vent, which is of course necessary to keep the laptop running nice and cool. And aside from that, you have a couple rubber grips to keep the laptop in place, but really not a whole lot more to see here. As soon as you unfold this laptop, you get an immediate appreciation of the high quality metallic inner chassis, and that abyss blue color again complements the overall look so nicely. You also will notice you have a decent amount of palm rest space. However, admittedly, I find that left-sided skewed trackpad position to be really awkward. Lenovo is kind of the only company that does this, and I personally don't like it. Now, as far as the trackpad goes, you do have a generous amount of surface real estate area. You'll also appreciate the fact that you have a glass surface finish, giving it that premium feel. The clicks are super tactile and well calibrated. There's nothing bad to say about this trackpad. It's fantastic. The keyboard on this thing is a thing of royalty, seriously. So I've always been a fan of Lenovo's keyboards, but this generation improves it even a step further. First and foremost, the actual layout is slightly improved. You'll find that there's more area per keycap, and it's even more easier to read with the slightly improved fonts. Now, past that, you'll also appreciate just how nice it is to type on this thing. You have the right amount of key travel. It's tactile, it feels nimble, yet at the same time, it's not excessively loud, and above all, it doesn't feel cheap or finicky in the slightest. This is an absolute pleasure to type on, one of the best keyboards in the PC market, period. Now with that said, you do of course have the inclusion of backlighting as well with a 2-tier brightness setting level, and you also have a full-size 10 keypad on the right side. And for those of you who are wondering, of course you do get a built-in fingerprint scanner that doubles as the power button. Directly above the keyboard, you have a large grill. This is in fact the speaker grill, and it's a stereo speaker setup. We'll do a brief sound test later on in the video. As I mentioned earlier, you have a single mechanism hinge on here, and it's pretty good. It's sturdy, it doesn't wobble a whole lot, and generally speaking, it should be good for long-term wear and tear. Now you'll find display fitting is pretty nice on here. You have a very thin chin at the bottom. Thank you, Lenovo. You also have very narrow bezels at the corner that are modern and in line with 2022 standards. And surprisingly, you have a pretty thin forehead as well. And by the way, congratulations. You no longer have to look ugly during your Zoom calls because Lenovo has finally opted to include a full HD webcam, which honestly looks really good and is a massive upgrade compared to previous generations. Now the display on the Lenovo IdeaPad 5i is mediocre. So you have great things like, for example, you have a 1080p or full HD resolution, you have a standard 60Hz refresh rate, a fantastic IPS panel that has fantastic wide viewing angles. You also have a matte or anti-glare finish, which does help a little bit against brighter light settings, and you also have a built-in optional touch captive display, which comes with the higher end configuration. And it's pretty responsive and as good as it can be for a non-2-in-1 laptop. However, on the flip side, you have a mere 59% sRGB rating approximately, which honestly means colors look relatively bland and not all that good, and Lenovo kind of dropped the ball on this one again, given that this is a upper mid-range laptop. Now, the good news is that you have an average brightness of 300 nits, which isn't miserable, not amazing either, but it's enough for most settings, and you will get a little bit of glare in particularly bright daylight settings, but again, not a huge problem. Now, keeping in mind that we have the higher end i7/16GB configuration, performance on this laptop is very nice. So for example, day-to-day tasks like word processing, web browsing, watching a YouTube video are obviously going to feel super fast and snappy as they should on any modern day laptop. More demanding activities like photo editing or even 3D modeling, for example, are snappy on this machine. It's definitely capable of those kind of tasks, and even extremely demanding activities like 4K video editing, for example, are totally possible. You get little to no frame drops of multiple layers, and you can easily render in reasonable times. Now, even activities like casual gaming on here are quite possible thanks to the MX550. Games like Fortnite, for example, will easily give you 60 plus frames per second at upper medium settings or even high settings, which makes for a great casual gaming experience. The 5i is a very cool laptop, and I mean that literally. So for example, under unrealistic benchmark-based peak loads, this laptop hit an average surface temperature of just around 41 degrees Celsius. Not too shabby. More realistic sustained loads, however, will yield you around 37 degrees Celsius, which is a very reasonable number. As far as fan noise go, you'll only ever hit a maximum noise level around 41 decibels, which is better than most other laptops of this category. On top of that, the fan rarely goes on unless you're actually pushing the laptop to its limit or doing a demanding task for a prolonged period of time. You can get up to 8.5 hours of battery life on a single charge, which isn't all that impressive but expected with a configuration like this, doing tasks like, for example, web browsing, 4K video streaming, using these speakers at approximately 40% volume, and doing a number of other general productivity tasks at 50% screen brightness. As far as sound quality is concerned, you do have a top firing stereo speaker setup that has Dolby audio supporting it, and generally speaking it sounds pretty nice. Volume levels get pretty high and there's limited amount of distortion at higher volume levels. Have a quick listen for yourself.
I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine.
starting at $805 for the base i5 configuration and going all the way up to 1160 USD for the configuration we have here. The price of the 5i definitely has a fair bit of weight to it, but in all fairness, this is still one of the more respectable productivity laptops out there. For beginners, you have a fantastic high quality design, and it shows because the choice of materials as well as the elegant look of the laptop definitely shines out. Additionally, you have one of the best trackpads and keyboards in the industry, which really is a powerful tool for any productivity user out there, and you'll also appreciate the subtle enhancements like improved performance and the improved webcam experience as well. Now, this laptop isn't perfect and there are things holding it back, like the severely outdated I/O port diversity, which honestly is a little disappointing on Lenovo's end, and also other factors like the average battery life and average display as well, which could all have been slightly better in my honest opinion. But despite those flaws, I still think the Lenovo IdeaPad 5i is one of the best upper mid-range productivity laptops out there. It kind of focuses on the features that people in business or student-like categories would focus on the most, and it definitely succeeds in those as well. So if you are looking for a laptop of this class for general productivity, I can definitely recommend the Lenovo IdeaPad 5i. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and sub to our channel. It genuinely means the world to me. Catch you in the next one.